our session. Danya, hi Danya, are you listening us? Hello, I think there is some connectivity issue with Danya. So Divyesh Ajay,
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yep. So guys, you are like some experience into manual testing or how you are moving at your career path like that. So just I would like to know that accordingly we can start our session.
actually, I'm into manual testing right now.
Okay,
I'm having 3+ years of experience in manual testing.
good.
Now, I want to switch to automation to automate various modules
Mm-hmm.
which are repetitive.
Okay, good.
And basically, I have some background experience of Java. Actually, I have done my engineering in IT,
Mm-hmm.
and I had done a course in Java
Yes, yes, yes.
2 years back.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, so that's also one good you can say a good platform with us because in Java generally when we are doing our college time, so at that time we are learning some kind of programming language. Either this will be Java, C Sharp, so that will better approach to choosing the programming language. Okay, and what about
yeah.
Divyesh?
So I'm also having 2.5 years of experience in manual testing,
Okay, good.
and I've also done my engineering, so I have basic knowledge of Java as well.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Okay. So thanks, guys. As you are aware about our testing cycle side, you are from same industries, so it will be help us me to explain everything very easy way. So see, as you know, in our testing side, there is a two kind of uh, testings, two types of testing, as you know. One is a one second. One testing side that's our functional testing, and second is what is a non-functional testing. Okay. Just I'm opening the there is yes. See, see. So I'm telling that see we are having two types of testing. One is our what is our functional test where we can just follow our functional testing side. As second will be like non-functional testing. In non-functional testing, as you know, there are a lot of testing like performance testing, load testing, security testing. That kind of testing we are following in our non-functional side. In functional side, we do testing like black box testing, white box testing, and then according to that there are two parts for functional testing. One is our manual testing side, and second is our automation side. So these are two section also we can divide into our for our functional testing side automation. Okay, so this two category we can see into functional testing side. So in manual testing, whatever when we are getting requirement from the client side, accordingly we can prepare our different documentation like test plan, test strategy will be prepared. Then according to test cases we can design. Then when we get released from the development team, we start our smoke test according to our test case scenario, and then we finish our work, our test case execution, and then see the report. So that is come into our manual testing side. So manual testing, we can start from integration. There are four level, as you know: unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and acceptance testing. So generally we are starting our task from integration testing part. So here, whatever we are following our process for manual testing side, and there will be some number of iteration will be running on. So in iteration when we running, so at that time we are getting a retest or regression testing will be there. So the iteration will increasing number of times when we are getting some more defects in our application, or some showstopper in the flow. So we will get number of iterations. So tester point of view, tester will hesitate sometime, hesitate to complete the scenario. At that time, it will be very hectic to us. Same kind of defect we are finding again, and we are sharing or posting those issues to development team, and that, so there will be some misunderstanding between us and development team. So there was some fight will be going on in the industries level, okay, for testing and development team. So there is a one option which will help us to our controlling our iteration. We can control through our automation scripts. Okay, when we created whatever application which is tested, we complete our one automation script that will be help us to control this kind of iteration. We can do repeatable testing multiple times.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, sir, there's again some noise.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, sir, I'm not able to hear you properly now.
Okay, fine. Anupam Singh is join us. Welcome
Yeah,
Anupam for this session.
yeah, thanks. Yeah,
Yeah, just we started our session. I am just giving some background of our testing side. What is our
yeah.
testing?
Okay.
So in testing, as you know, there is functional and non-functional testing. There is manual and automation. Two part of testing will be there. So for manual testing,
Mm-hmm.
whatever human being we are conducting, everything that's called manual testing. And in automation, this is a whatever standard process with us. After following our one process, standard process, then we can start our automation. So automation will be like, see, in real time example, if suppose we would like to move from one destination to another destination. Suppose we are traveling. Suppose this is a city A, and this is a city B. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
distance is, suppose this is 5 kilometer. Okay, so what happened, if there are two options with there. One is we can walk for this 5 kilometer from A to B. Okay, so it will take some time. Okay, if suppose we are using our vehicle like bike, car, or bus, so we can reach the our destination very soon. So we can save our time. So this will benefit for automation testing, for any kind of application. We can save our time. We can save our budget, organization budget also for development, for any kind of application that will be like any domain will be there. So we can save our CTC, the company to cost. Okay, and also there will be one main benefit of automation testing will be, what I'm saying one is the, we can saving our time, because saving the time in the sense, when we are testing, suppose there will be 500 test cases. Okay, 500 test cases, suppose we are having for any application. Generally in a standard way, we are having, we can execute 50 to 60 test cases in a day. This is the standard process. In normal scenario, if suppose we are having 500 test cases with us, and I would like to execute, So we can execute 50 to 60 test cases in a day. In a day means that will be 8 to 9 hours. 8 to 9 hours of our daily routine. Okay. So according to this, how many times it will take? It will take around 9 to 10 days. Okay. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So suppose our test manager is saying that we cannot have so much time to test this 500 test case. Okay. If suppose we are having very less time, like we are having 2 days time and would like to execute this 500 test case, so how can be possible? Because this test case execution we can execute only 50 to 60 days and it will take 9 to 10 days. So how can we complete this 500 test case execution in 2 days? Okay. And so guys, you can mute your microphone. Yeah, it will be better, I think. Just ping me here in chat section. You just ping me. Okay. Is it okay now? Whenever you are having such question, so just ping me in chat section. Okay, we will discuss. I will give you answer whatever question you are asking. Okay. Yep. Okay. So yeah. So I am telling that we can execute 50 to 60 test cases in a day, and it will take 9 to 10 days. Our test manager is saying that we do not have so much time for execution of this 500 test cases. We are having only 2 days time. So how can it be possible? Okay. So and we cannot increase our resource also because there is a limited resources in our in industries in our nation. We do not have more resources for this. Only we are having one or two guys, they will performing testing. So your responsibility to execute this 500 test case in 2 days. How can you do? You know, you can take this, more time, or you do lot of work, whatever you have to do, but would like to execute this 500 case in 2 days. So how it will be possible? So it will be possible only when we are using this automation testing. Okay, automation scripts. So for that, what we have to do, we just identify in this 500 test cases, we identify those test cases which will be possible to create a automation script for those test cases. Okay, so if suppose we identify there will be 400 test cases will possible to convert into automation test script. Okay, so now how many test cases you are having remaining the same? 100 test cases remaining. Okay, 400 test cases we had converted into automation test script and 100 test cases remaining. Okay, so I would like to say that, see, in automation testing means is it not saying that it will be convert 100% automation script we can prepare. We just make maximum test script for automation script. We can reach 85 to 90% test case we can convert as a automation script. We cannot do 100% automation in any kind of application. Only we can create automation script for 85 to 90% of test cases. We can convert those test cases into our test script, automation test script. We cannot complete automation script for any application. Okay, so similar way here we can almost 80% we are converted into our automation script here, this 500 test case. Out of 500, this 100 test cases into we have to perform as a manual testing. Okay, so in a such a way, here as I said, 50 to 60 test cases in a day we can execute. So how many days it will take for 100 test case execution? It will take for 2 days. I'm giving such roughly idea. Okay, so we can execute this 100 test case in a 2 days. Rest of this 400 test script with us, how many days it will take for execution? Any idea? Answer me in chat section. Hmm. J 3 days, 1 days, and Danya Devesh. Yeah. So for this 400 test cases execution, it will take 0 days of time. Okay, and your 500 test case execute in 2 days. Total, it will take 2 days. How it possible to 0 days of 400 test case execution? You are thinking about this. This question will arise while we are executing 100 test cases manually. It will take 2 days, but automation testing we are executing this 400 test case. It will take 0 days. How? So answer will be this 400 test case you can execute parallelly when you are in your office and you are executing this 100 test case. At the same time you can schedule for execution of this 400 test case on machine. It will execute with different browser, and you can use some different browser, so it will same time you can get the report for this 400 test cases execution. And this is one way. Second way, if suppose we had complete your 100 test case execution in that day. Okay, in between you schedule this 400 test case for leaving your office in the evening or midnight. Okay, you will come to office next day. Next day you will get the report of this 400 test case. How many test case test script are passed, how many test scripts failed. Okay, so those test script execution report you can share with your test manager. It- and also you can make a report for these 100 test cases. You can execute in 2 days. So your all 500 test case will be complete in 2 days. It will, otherwise it will take, if suppose manually we performing, so it will take 9 to 10 days. We save our 8 days of time. You can see here. And also we save our resources also. So resources saving means we can save our iteration, we can save our company to cost. Okay, are you getting me? Okay, so this is way, this is help us to do automation script, to prepare automation script for us. And also main benefit will be accuracy. Accuracy and repeatable testing and regression testing will help us with automation testing. Okay, suppose we are having such application, another application, I'm taking one example. Suppose we are having such application like some travel domain. Okay, there will be test case with us, different feature will be there. If suppose we are testing and we had raised number of bugs to the development team. Okay, So we had given list of bugs to development team and then resolving us and giving us. We are getting we then after resolving what we have to do, there will defect life cycle will be running on at that time. Okay. What is a defect life cycle? Defect life cycle, it will testing cycle where we can just first time we are testing our application, we find a defect, we post it as a new, and that assigned to the development team. Development will identify that is an actual bug or not. Then if suppose there is actual bug, this will be taken care of for fixing. Then if after fixing, it will send to us again for retesting. So at the time when we are doing retest for that particular defect where we had assigned, so we just we cannot test only those affected those raised bug. Also we can monitor our linked function also, so that come into our regression testing side. We do this, we can assure that that bug is fixed. Whatever raised bug will be resolved from development team, we can just test it. After that also we can test our some another impacted areas. So if suppose we are getting those bug, new bug will be find, so that defect life cycle will be running on that time. This kind of activities will running on. So if suppose we are getting this kind of activities, number of times we are getting defects, same kind of defect we are posting to the development team, and development team fixing, and again we are getting this kind of. So if suppose we are testing the web application and we are getting this kind of effort and this kind of activity, so it we can assure one or two time we can uh, properly test. In human being we can make sure we can just 2 3 times we can do properly testing. But if suppose we're getting more time and 4 5 times, if suppose we are same issue we are getting, so our we can hesitate to test the particular uh, test cases or particular test scenario. We some test case we missed, or we just pass out. Okay, so that kind of activities we having for human being. But in automation testing we can assure that number of testing, number of execution, accuracy for report, how many as per standard process when we define that, for that standard process has to be followed by our script. It will not stop to follow the steps. In human being we can switch out some step, or we can ignore some step as manual tester. But in automation script it will not avoid any kind of steps or any kind of process. Whatever standard process we set it out, everything will be followed by automation steps. That will be uh, our area where we can get a accuracy for reporting purpose. Okay, and instant error also we can get, and also a screenshot we can get with the help of automation. So we are talking about this automation. So in automation, how can we do? So for automation testing or for automation creation, for automation, see, we are saying about automation. So for this automation we are having some tool will require. Oh, sorry, we are talking about automation. So automation will be, for automation will be, there are number of tools available in the market. Some are licensed version, some are uh, mm, open source. Okay, so for manual test, whatever manual test case we written, just like I said, 500 test case with us, that's manual testing, and we are converting 400 test cases into automation script. So those converting 400 test script will with the help of some automation tools. So what are the tools we are having? Like, as you know, this is a UFT or QTP. Okay, QTP is older one. UFT is latest version. UFT means Unified Functional Testing Tool. Okay, and second will be Selenium. Okay, third one be Watir, okay, or robot RFT. There are a lot of tools available in the market. Okay, number of open source, number of license version will be there, seal test, windrunner, and also some SOAP UI. Okay, number of automation tools available for functional regression testing tools. Okay, so our concentration with the help of this uh, Selenium. Okay, why Selenium? There are a lot of tools available in the market. Why we are focusing about Selenium? Okay, so main benefit for Selenium we'll discuss about. We can compare with this UFT and QTP and Selenium. We can compare these two tools. So guys, do you have any query? Okay, fine. If suppose you are having some doubt or speed is very fast, so just ping me. Okay, we can managing accordingly. So see, we are for converting our manual testing to automation test script, manual test cases into automation test script, we are using some tools. Those tools like we can use any tools, either UFT, Selenium, Watir, RFT, Robot Rational, which provided by IBM, Seal Test. So number of testing tools available in the market. So our focus will be first we are focusing about Selenium and QTP. So what is the difference, why we are using and organization today? You can see today market, mostly organization moving from QTP to Selenium. Okay, so main benefit for this Selenium is this is a open source. Okay, this is a open source. And second benefit for Selenium will be it is supported by it support multiple operating system. Second benefit. Third benefit will be it will supported by multiple programming language. Multiple programming language in the sense like Java, C Sharp, Ruby, PHP, Python, okay, Perl. So this kind of programming language we are having into Selenium. It is supported by Selenium. Okay. Fourth will be like it support multiple browser. It support multiple browser like Firefox, Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, okay, Safari, Opera, okay. So this kind of browser it will be supported by. Okay, and also it will be uh 1 second, it will be I will tell you. Fifth one will be like see, fifth one will be here, you can say flexible. Script will be flexible. Okay, so this is the main advantage you can see into Selenium. This is a feature which will help us to each industries or IT industries. So moving forward from QTP UFT from QTP UFT to Selenium, because this you can compare with Selenium and UFT. So here I am telling that first point will be this is a commercial tool and it will having very high cost per licenses. Okay, this is one point. And the one disadvantage compared to Selenium. Selenium is open source. This is a commercial tool having huge license cost. Second, it will work only for Windows. Anupam asking, does Selenium work in similar fashion from all browsers? Yes, yes, Anupam. Selenium will work with all browser as the same. There's no difference anywhere. Okay. Also, there will be one approach where we can use this. See, this UFT only work for Windows, but in Selenium we can see operating system like uh, Windows, Linux, and Mac. These three operating system will be supported by Selenium, but UFT only supported by Windows. Okay, and here this one only programming language. This is not programming language. That's a scripting language supported by VB script. This own scripting language. This officially they are defining that VB script will be supported by VFT. So this one, as compared to C, Selenium and UFT, we have to learn VB script always when we are using UFT. But here for Selenium, it is not required to any specific language. If suppose we are aware about Java, we are about C Sharp, we aware and know about Ruby, PHP, Python, Perl. So any language when we would like to, we know, so that language we can prepare for our scripting purpose. Okay. Generally, we guys in our college time, as I said earlier, when we were when we studying and the college time, we can generally learn this Java, C++, C Sharp also. Okay, so same concept will be there for all. With the OPS concept will be applicable for all. So this thing will be help us to choosing our programming language. Okay, for this. And fourth one will be as compared to this you have 10 Selenium. So fourth one will be only it will work for Windows, sorry, IE, and today it will supported by Firefox also. Okay, so only it will work for Internet Explorer and Firefox browser. Okay, and also it will uh, one more difference you can say for Selenium and UFT. It will Selenium will only work with web-based application, web-based and mobile application. Selenium will work for only web-based and mobile application. Here fifth one be also it is also flexible. Flexible in the sense we can modify our script as per requirement. If suppose some enhancement today, if suppose we had created our some script, and tomorrow some we would like to change our script, or there is some new feature will be coming the our application. So for new enhance thing, we have to create some script, so we have to flexible, so that will be flexible in the sense of our increasing our script or execution our application. So both thing will be possible for both tool for Selenium and qtp. And also there will be uh, qtp is having three thing. This is also supported by web-based application and mobile application, as well as it will be work for desktop application. Desktop means client server application. So these three things will be supported by UFT, but uh, in Selenium it will only work for web-based application, mobile application. When we would like to use Selenium, so at that time we require internet connection is compulsory. Okay, without internet connection we cannot do. But yes, sometime if suppose very important to execute your script, and you do not have internet connection in your system, at that time what you have to do, you just copy the page source and save as a normal HTML format, and then you can use as a HTML thing, you can use as a URL. I will show you in our next class. Okay, how can we configure like that? Okay, so this is a main feature you can say into Selenium, and difference between UFT. So guys, any question? Sorry. So we see this need to test automation. Why require test automation? We had discussed about this. Why open source? We have seen, we also seen this various tools of test automation. Now we are moving forward to Selenium. What is a Selenium? Then we can see Selenium component, what are the requirement, and different technologies. Okay, no question. Okay, after this class, you will get some assignment. Okay, so you have to finish it by tomorrow and send it to us. Okay, after every class will share with you some assignment, and that assignment has to be finished by next day. Okay, we'll we'll check it out. If suppose there is some doubt with you or anything, you just send your query to us. We will resolve as soon as possible. Okay, and I will answer you also. Okay, okay, so now we'll see the Selenium. What is a Selenium? So as per feature, anyone can tell what is a Selenium? Now we see number of features with Selenium. So anyone can explain what is a Selenium? Yes, yeah, correct. Anupam, and Jay. Okay, guys. So Selenium is a web-based open source automation testing tools. Okay, it's a web-based functional automation testing tools which is open source, and it will support cross-browser testing, multiple operating system, multiple programming languages. Okay, and having number of component. Okay, number of component in sense there are lot of features with having some specific uh, component. There are all component having, each component having some own responsibility or accountability, you can say. Okay, so in Selenium is divided into four component. Okay, today also you can say a Selenium is divided into five component, or is having, it's having five component with us. Okay, so what are those component? Okay, so first is a Selenium IDE. First component is Selenium IDE, then Selenium RC. Thereafter, we are getting Selenium Grid, and after that, Selenium WebDriver. Okay, and then we are getting Selenium Droid and APM. This is a fifth. Okay, so these are the our component into Selenium. So first one is a Selenium IDE. So how it was developed, how it Selenium will come to us. Just I'm giving one information about this thing about Selenium. Selenium, when we getting 2004, in 2004 there one person, John Hudson, who is a manual tester and executing one web application. And as I said, number of iteration is suppose running on suppose any application, so we are intending to do proper testing. So same kind of thing they are following, and that time he assume, if suppose I can automate some test cases with help of JavaScript, so it will be great. So they prepare some script into Java, as a Java in JavaScript, and they launch the browser and they hit the URL. Then this kind of record play. So initially they have started. After that, aware about some more people and work on that. So they will slowly it will popular and build as a automation testing tools like this. And the different component will be there, different stages will be there. So it will different stages cross, and we are getting those kind of component. So one is Selenium IDE. What is Selenium IDE? Selenium IDE is a integrated prototype integrated development environment. IDE means integrated development environment. Okay, integrated development environment means what happen, there will be some tools which will be intelligence will be there when we are preparing some script and we write something. So they will fetch the properties, they will show the additional property of the particular object or the particular thing. So that's called our integrated development environment, where we get intelligence things. Okay, so it will only work one main disadvantage you can say for Selenium IDE, or this will be having some feature like one is his, it will work for Firefox browser, and he's having feature like record and play. Okay, this is one feature having by Selenium IDE. Second feature it is having, we can debug our test script, recorded test script. So with the help of Selenium IDE, whatever activity we perform into Firefox browser, everything, and our, if suppose our recording button is on, so everything will be recorded by Selenium IDE. Whatever user instruction will be done into the Firefox browser, everything will be captured. Okay, and you can see into your screen. I will show you one example with one live example with Selenium ID. So this is a feature like record and play. There will be debug. We can do debug, and also we can control our execution speed, control our test script execution. we can control our test script execution. This is the third one. Fourth one will be we can we can also schedule for test script execution. As I said, for 400 test cases with us, we would like to execute parallelly, or we would like to execute later on in the midnight or our office time. So this is schedule test script will be help us to do. Okay, and also there is one more benefit with the help. There's a format change. We can convert our format from from one language to another language. So first, where we are recording our test script. So the script will record it and saving into our this Selenium IDE where editor section. You can see all script will be recorded as a normal HTML format. Okay, so this format, whatever recorded script is, we are calling as a what we call the script we are called silence. Okay, the recorded script into our Selenium IDE, that's all script, that HTML script we are calling as a silence. Okay, so here these all five features with us into Selenium IDE. What is required for Selenium IDE? One is the requirement part. So for requirement for Selenium IDE, only three things will be there. One is your Mozilla Firefox requirement, latest version, any version will be there for Mozilla for Selenium IDE. Second will be internet. Okay. Third thing will be you just open seleniumhq.org. One second, I'm giving example. See this website. You can find, you can configure. You have to configure your Selenium IDE in Firefox browser. Your Firefox. Hmm. I think in this system there is no Firefox browser. Okay, fine, no problem. Same kind of thing you can get in your PC also. I think if suppose you do not have Firefox browser at that time, what you have to do? You just download one Firefox browser in your system. Go to Google and like Firefox. Okay, it will take very long, few minutes of your time. So download Firefox browser here, and then download Firefox browser. It will take some time to download it. This will depend upon internet speed, and yes, this will take 0 second. Okay, very fast it will execute it. Yes, so now this we have to install this. So in between till the download this Selenium IDE in Firefox browser, it will download it, and this is a Firefox browser. This is Chrome. Yes, this is Firefox browser. Now we got. So here in Firefox browser, you have to open this website seleniumhq.org. Okay, seleniumhq.org. This is the official website for Selenium. This is open source. Number of developers are working on this. Okay, so when you hit this seleniumhq.org, you can directly go to this doc section. Okay, so here you can go to this download tab. In download tab, just scroll down. You have to find out the Selenium ID label or heading. Okay, so here some descriptive information will be display printed for Selenium IDE, Firefox plugin and record play interaction with browser. Everything will be there. Okay, so now you have to click here. You can see download latest release version from addonmozilla.org or view release notes, and also you can some plugin. See, who is asking? Anupam, this is a compatible Selenium IDE is compatible for each version of Firefox. Okay, but when we are using WebDriver, so actually this is one disadvantage you can say for Selenium. When we are getting upgraded version of Firefox browser, so there are some jar file with us into Selenium, which will help us to execute our test script with Firefox browser or another browser. Okay, so for Firefox browser, there is some dependency will there. We should update our Selenium jar file as well. So that jar file will be updated by Selenium developer guys, and they will update this version. When we are getting updated version of Firefox, at that time also we are getting updated version of this. Okay, after that it will be work with new version of Firefox. Otherwise it will supported till version of this 2.42.2 version. Okay, I will show you later on. We'll face this issues in between our session also. Okay, so from here you can just click any here like from add-on Mozilla Fire here. You can see install some plugin from here as well. So you can just click this from add-on mozilla.org section, and you can move to this addons.mozilla.org URL section. Yes, and then you can click this add-on add to Firefox. When you click this add to Firefox button, you'll get a prompt here, and it will download, and then you can just click install. After installing, it will take very less time. Then you can restart our Firefox browser. It will not restart your system. It will restart only Firefox browser. Right now you can see this is a Chrome browser. Okay. So when we installed our Selenium IDE, after installing Selenium IDE, means configure Selenium IDE in our add-on. So you can see in the right top corner in Firefox browser, you can see one icon that is called Selenium IDE. This is a Selenium IDE. Okay. When you click it, you will get a layout of Selenium IDE. Okay. So this is a Selenium IDE GUI, graphical user interface. Okay. So latest version of Selenium IDE is 2.9.1. 2.9.1. Okay, so there are a lot of thing will be there. One is this file menu. In file menu, you can see three section. One is our test case section. This is a test case property, and if suppose you like to add, this is a test suite section. Test suite. What is test suite? Test suite is nothing but set of test cases. Okay, set of test cases. And also there is edit. In edit menu, as you know, there undo, redo, copy, paste will be there. Then two things will be there: new command and new comment. Actions here, everything will be there. Whatever action we like to perform in our application or execution time, test execution at the time. So this will be our all commands for action. They will play entire test suite, play current test case periodically, toggle breakpoint, start point, execute this command, single line execution, those kind of. In option, another option will be there. In option, you can see the general tab is by default open, and here number of condition will be there. Remember base URL. Remember base URL means whenever we are recording our test script, so at the time which URL, which application you are testing, that application URL will be saved by IDE by default. When we are opening the next time our Selenium IDE, at the time you can see the your previous URL, application URL in this section, this base URL section. Okay, will then second will be this checkbox is when we select the record as a title automatically. When we are recording any application for test script creation, so it, as you can see, when we are opening like google.com, so when we open Google, so at the time you can see the Google title in the top. Here you can suppose I am typing google.com. Okay, you can see the title. This is the title of the page. Every page when we are hitting any URL, you will get a title of the page. Okay, suppose we are having some Selenium search. Okay, you can see the title will be changed. Okay, so every time this will be help us to record assert title automatically. It means every time it will, when we select this checkbox, when it will recording, so at the time after moving one page to another page, it will take this title of the page. It will help us to validate our page, means we are reaching those page properly or not, means we are how can we verify we are reaching our proper page, like we open our Google page. If suppose we are hitting google.com, so it will open the google.com. How can we validate? Or if suppose we are hitting yahoo.com, so how can we verify that Yahoo page is loaded or Google page is loaded or msn.com is loaded? So for that purpose, we just verifying those things using this SR title. In Selenium, there will be three kind of flavor with us. Three kind of flavor. What are the those flavor? One is your action, assertion, and accessor. Selenium is basically developed for these three things: action, assertion, and accessor. Action means what command we would like to use, what activity we perform in the particular application, whose user what perform in the application. Thus come into your action, what command we are using, like we are clicking something, or we would like to type something, or we have to select something, or mouse over keyboard event. So whatever action we are doing, everything come into whatever command we are using, everything come into your action section. Okay, and assertion means we would like to verify. As you know, in qtp, suppose you learn or any other thing, so validation purpose, verification purpose. So those thing we can do for this assertion where we can, this you can check for checkpoint. We would like to check our application is performed as per our expecting, or as per our BRD, as per our expectation or not. so that's matching or not. So everything you can see, you can validate your test script or test script execution, your actual and expected behavior of your application. You can verify this with the help of this assertion. And accessor means, as you know, accessor means this allow us to access or not. Okay, that thing. So these three thing will, these three flavor is having into this Selenium, and that will help us to create our automation test script in Selenium IDE or Selenium WebDriver, whatever. Okay, record absolute URL. The third checkpoint is called record absolute URL. So here you can see, whenever generally in human being, what we do, if suppose we would like to open some URL in the web page, so what we are doing here, suppose we would like to use google.com, so just we can write here google.com, we can just type and hit, or someone are doing like Google and using shortcut key like alter control and enter. Okay, control enter, if suppose they are doing, so then by default it will take absolute URL. This is called absolute URL, www.google.com. This is called your absolute URL. And an absolute URL also this HTTP protocol, hypertext markup language, this protocol will be also there be mentioned here. So this is called your absolute URL. Okay, so it will always, whatever URL you are putting in the web page, but it will always record as a absolute URL. Okay, it will fetch absolute URL. And these two things will be development point of view. Activate development tool or Visual Assist restart your ID when we required. So this is when we are developing our some tools, so that time we can check it, else it will not require to select it. Okay, this will be, I will show you this third, enable experiment feature will later on, and this is also, and this last checkpoint, as you seen, it is unselected. So at that time our Selenium ID is open, we launch this, so it is displaying as a non-recorded mode. Okay, unrecorded mode, this recording not started here. But when we select this, okay, last checkpoint is start recording immediately on open. When we open our Selenium IDE, okay, when we open this Selenium IDE, then you can see this is into recording mode. Okay, so now suppose I am writing here gmail.com. Okay, and hit the enter key. Okay, now I click sign in. One test case will be open the browser, and second will be enter URL and hit the enter key. Our page is loaded. Now third test cases will be we click sign in, and either after clicking sign in we would like to reach this page. Okay, so how can our system validate we reach proper successfully in sign in page of Gmail? So you can see this sign in to continue to Gmail. This is one thing. You can check, you can select this, and you can assert title like Gmail, or you can select this verified text. Okay, this thing. Here now you can execute your test case for login scenario. For empty field, if suppose we are clicking, we are getting some error. This is a functional behavior. Please enter your email. Okay, we have to select this text. Please enter your email. Now suppose this text box is allow us to accepting some key from keyboard or not. So for that you can just check it. Yes, it is taking. So for that we can use some invalid user ID. So what is the behavior? No, this kind of email ID is having in the system in Gmail side. Okay, so it is allow move ahead. If suppose it not, so it will restrict us in our sign page. Okay, now suppose for blank password you are hitting sign key, again we are getting some error messages. Okay, so here we can just text it, and now stop our you can see in Selenium ID section. See, everything will be captured by Selenium IDE. We stop the recording. Okay, so sorry. So whatever user action we did, we perform into the Firefox browser, everything will be captured in Selenium IDE. You can see in Selenium IDE there is two tabs. One is a table format and second is source format. In source format you can see all our HTML script inside the source tab. Okay, this called silence. Also this called silence. Okay, so here this is our text editor, but we cannot write directly in this area. Okay, this three column you can see here. One is a command, second is target, and this is value. Okay, so we cannot write anything in this section. Whatever command we would like to use, target we would like to use, value we would like to put, so everything we just select the row of the particular script, then here we can select the command. This is a command, target and value. Okay, now we would like to execute whatever recorded script with us, the Selenium ID we had recorded. Okay, now this is our play button. Okay, this is our play button. This you can see here there's a two thing. One is a play single vertical line, and this is a play and three more parallel vertical line. Okay, so it means if suppose we are having multiple test cases. Okay, this is the test case now one. If so we have multiple test cases and we are pressing this one, this play entire test suite, means if suppose we are having multiple test cases, it will be executed one by one. Okay, we start from begin and it will be executed one by one. And if suppose we are using this one, so the selected one, open test cases, selected test cases will be execute only that one. Okay, so this is the difference between these two, and with the help of this fast and slow mode we can control our execution as well. So when we are using this fast mode, so at the time your internet speed, your application behavior should be behave as per our script moving forward. Okay, else whatever what happen sometime, this script will moving from one step to another step very fast, but according to moving our script, our web application is not performing at that much speed. It will take some time to load the page. There is some performance issues. One request will be sent to the server, and server send us to response. It will take some time. Okay, so that kind of activity will be happen. But here our script will execute from one step to another step, will very moving very fastly. So for that thing, we can control our this execution speed from fast to slow. As you can see for our previous session, if here, suppose we are using here anything, we are writing demo. This is a home page. This is a login page of Gmail. If so, we are this user ID you are putting and clicking next. So see, there is demo is not there. Okay, so when we are putting this next button, we press it next button, this user ID sent to the Gmail server, and Gmail server will validate yes, this user ID is in our record. That after that it will move to this password section, else it will stop in this that page only, it will not move ahead forward. So for that thing it will take some time, it will very less time it will take, but our execution speed is very fast. It will moving forward is compared to our application behavior. So that time we will get error, timeout error or something. It will not find the element in the page because we are not moving that page. So how can we find? Okay. So this is a way to execute. So for that time you can either use as a medium execution or very slow condition. Now we would like to play. When you click the play, okay, you can see Gmail is loaded and click the sign in. Okay, here see everything has been executed properly one by one. So in this script you can see some are light green or some row are very dark green color background. Okay, light green means it is a normal our execution script, but this dark background where we are looking, this means this is some special command we are using here. This for validating purpose. This for checkpoint, you can say checkpoint thing will be in there. This verify or assert. That's why we are getting this dark background color for this particular script. Okay, so here one question will be there: what is a verify and what is assert text? Okay, why we are using this verify and why we are using this assert text? So verify and assert means there's both are our validation purpose we are using, both are checkpoint kind of thing, but difference will be like if suppose we are having some error in our application. Okay, suppose it not matching as per our expectation. What is our expectation? This value whatever we are putting here, this is our expected. Okay, and at runtime here we are getting this is our actual. Okay, when we are creating this our test script, at the time whatever value we are having in this our test script section, this is our expected, and at the runtime when we are executing, at that time we are getting this text, it's called our actual text. So the comparison it will be running during runtime. So when we not match with this value and this actual value, then we are getting some error. So at that time we are getting error, but our script will not stop here. It will moving forward for execution next steps. Okay, but for verify text, for verify command, if you are using verify, at the time when we are getting some error in the flow, thereafter our execution will not stop. It will moving ahead for execution. It will continue for execution. It will not stop for verify. But when we are using assert text and we would like to perform some, we would like to move ahead, it will not possible for assert. If suppose we are using assert text here and we did some wrong or our expected and actual is not matching, so it will stop this only execution of this three step. It will not moving ahead forward. Okay, I will give show you one live example with this set example only. Suppose I am changing the value of this. I am just changing the spelling. There will be Gmail. Gmail like GML is small letter, but I am changing here is a capital letter. Okay. Now, if suppose you are executing, so you can see here, see our execution is running on. Okay, our execution is not stop, but here we can get a failure. Where is failure? You can see the log. This is a log section. Here you can find the error. Where is the error? And also you can see the in your execution, your recorded script also. In the step where we are getting error, that step will be this maroon color background. Okay, pink color background you can see. So you it means we are getting error in this page. What is the error? So that error you can see into this log section. What is the error you can see here? Error is actual value is Gmail into continue to Gmail. Did not match with Gmail into continue to Gmail. Okay. So this is the difference between these two. And if suppose we are using this, you can see we had used this verified text, we are getting error. Thereafter it will executed our all script. It will not stop somewhere. Okay. But suppose we are using this verify command, we are changing this verify to assert text. Okay, we are changing this verify to assert text, and we are executing. Suppose again we are executing this, then you can see what happened. Okay, we stopped here, we are getting failure, stopped here. It will not moving ahead for execution of next steps. So this is the difference between these two, verify and assert, unknown command assert text. Okay, any query? Guys, do you have any query? Uh, no, this is not automatically assert text and verify text, not automatically. We have to manage it during recording session. Means it will be up to us, and also that will be verify purpose. Suppose we would like to execute this record. Suppose I am taking one another example. Okay, let's see. I'm changing this. We are this is our. So I'm giving one another example. Okay. So see, we had already recorded this script. Now we would like to save it. How can save? You have to go file, then save as a test case, and test case you can save as a save example tc login. Now suppose this is Gmail and Gmail underscore login. See here I am not using any extension. Okay, I am using some location D drive and D drive. See in D drive I'm using another folder here, id script. Okay, here see you can see here I am not using any kind of extension here. Okay, just save it. Okay, Gmail is saving. Now which one else? Divya says you ask automatically verify assert command ready or not. So for that I'm using one another new test case I'm using. See new test case means it's here. Now you can see I'm using another example. Uh, Suppose we are using yahoo.com. Okay, yahoo.com here. Now see page is loaded. Yes, page is loaded. Now see if suppose we would like to verify home page is loaded or not. So how can we validate? So one is validate like this is logo we are finding at this home page is also there. So for that you can, and there will be some business logic will be there when whatever application with us in this sign in link or mail link always available for home page only. It will not uh, display in another page like that. So this will be, we have to identify which object, which element will be available for particular page, either home page or some another page. So for home page purpose, suppose we are getting sign in link is always available for our home page, so we can validate with sign in link or mail box or mail link, or either you can use this list of items. Okay, so here what element, what object you like to validate, that object you have to right click. Okay, and here you can see the text, the assert text command and verify text command. From here you have to select anyone, either verify or assert. Difference I had said you, what is the difference between these two, assert and verify. Verify means it, if suppose we are not getting sign in the home page, thereafter it will moving ahead for our execution for next steps. But if suppose we are using assert text, so it is always required in home page the sign in link. If suppose sign in link is not there, it will fail always for our automation script. So for the way we are using this verified text here. Now suppose you are clicking this sign in link. Okay, okay, now you can get a sign link. This is okay, got it. Now you can see into your recorded script here. So you are getting a sign link. So you are playing it, so you can see it's validate. And yes, in Yahoo one thing you can get. Okay, this I would like to show this thing also, because this is dynamic. Previously when we downloaded, means previously when we recorded, so you can see this ID. Okay, but right now when you see, it is a different. Suppose we are recording another one, another test case we are recording, and we are clicking this, uh, suppose we hit it, and now we just click sign in. Okay, so you can see the ID of this thing. This is your ID. This one second. This is recently. This is our previous one. You can see here. Okay, so in Yahoo you will get this kind of issues or any kind of web application which is secure. Okay, this is a dynamic element. So always we are getting changes of object ID. This is a major issue you can get in some kind of applications. So here you can see this last number is changing always. Okay, so for how can we control this? So we cannot control into Selenium ID, we can control into WebDriver. Okay, for Yahoo you will always get this kind of situation because this is a dynamically and secure site. Okay, so the verify purpose, verify text or assert text, you can use right click and select the context menu, select the this verify text from your context list. This context menu from there. Okay, okay. Now question is this, one question here one be arise, like when we are executing. So see, remember one thing, when we are using Selenium IDE and we recorded our script at that time, when we would like to execute our test script, whatever prepared test script would like to execute, at that time our Firefox browser should be open. Okay, if suppose we do not have Firefox browser open, so our test script of Selenium ID will not execute. Okay, because Selenium ID is plugin in Firefox browser. Whatever activity you would like to perform in Selenium IDE script, it will be parallel proposal to our Firefox browser. So everything when we were executing at the time, it will only work for Firefox browser. We cannot execute this thing into another browser. So for that we require Firefox browser when we would like to execute our test script into Selenium IDE. Okay, and one more thing. See, in manually when we are, suppose we just see the example of Gmail. Here, as a human being, we know where we would like to click, or what is this, where is sign in, where is our logo, where is our uh, particular web element in the page. So at the time we can behave and we can put our command, or we can click or type something. Okay, how the system, how the Selenium IDE, or how the Selenium WebDriver will understand where I would like to perform this command. Whatever command we are written here, like click and wait, assert, click and assert type, where, so where this command has to be executed. Okay, so everything will be there, whatever command we like to execute. So we require some target or destination where we would like to execute the particular action. Okay, action or command we would like to perform. So in this web page, we would like to perform like click action or typing or anything, so that will be depend upon our different locator. We are having different locator in our Selenium. One is id. You can see here this is target defined by ide, css. Okay, name. So there are a lot of locator with us into Selenium IDE. Okay, we'll see all locator one by one. Okay, before that I will give you some information about Selenium RC. And also, when see right now when we prepare this script in Selenium IDE, only we can execute in Firefox browser. We cannot execute with different browser. So this limitation will be solved by some another component, that component called Selenium RC. Okay, the Selenium RC is another component of Selenium which will be help us whatever script we prepare into Selenium ID, that has to be convert into particular programming language. And here we require some mediator. There will be one server. Anupam, you are something. One second. The execution always will stop in error part, or it will run the complete test suite and then pass a failure. Anupam, see, that will be execution always when we are having, see, suppose right now this is a three test case suppose with us. Okay, so when we are using this one, this play, so it will always play only this selected one. Right now the Gmail is selected one, so Gmail will execute. Okay, suppose we are using this one, so it will be execute all these three test cases, what we test script what we are having here. So we are getting all result, all execution report here. They run 3 and failure 2, because there is in this 2 we are having some error. So in Selenium ID you will get this kind of report. This is only report. There is no more such report for Selenium ID. Only you can get a report like this, and you can see the log. Okay, and as per your question, execution always will stop in error part. When, yeah, it's depend. When you validate your steps or your script using assert text, so it will stop at the time. It will, if suppose it will not match as per our expected result. Okay, so at the time it will stop at the time point of time. If suppose we are using verify, as I shown you, if suppose we are using verify, so it will show the error but will not stop at the time. It will moving ahead for execution of our another scripts, our another steps. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now suppose I am using this play entire test suite, so you can see the here our execution is running on. Okay, behind this Selenium IDE. Okay, see, so there are three test script with us. In this three test script, we are only getting one success and two fail test script. Here in SR text, there is some error we are getting. What error you can see into log section. Okay, this SR text unknown. Here something will be has wrong. That's why we are getting error here. Okay, another thing will be for Yahoo also we have seen. So this is report always. Okay, so for Selenium ID you can get this kind of report, and this is your scheduler where you can schedule your test case. You have to put the job name and which day you would like to execute, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, in 7 days, what is the time, what is the minute. So it's a 0 to 24 hours kind of time, and there's a timing of 5 minutes interval. Okay, so you can schedule as per your requirement, and you can see the your execution is like today is what, today is 19th, today is which day, today is Saturday. Okay, so you can choose Saturday. What is the time now? As per my time, there's a 9:45. Okay, if suppose I'm unselected all the thing, 9 and 9:40 right now 45. Suppose I am using 9:50. Okay, and execution turn on schedule. Okay, so you can just okay it. Then you can see when my timing will reach at 9:50, it will start execution automatically. Right now it will take 4 minutes of time. We are having 4 minutes. Okay, so in between this thing we can discuss about this. So okay, so that is a way to use Selenium IDE. So all limitation with us into Selenium ID, so that will be help us to execute through different browser using Selenium RC. But today Selenium RC is having such limitation of complex API or so depending into application server. All request whatever execution we would like to execute, everything goes to mediator, then it will be perform. So that kind of time delay concept will be there. So for that, and it will also not perform properly, like on that oops concept for programming language, it will not support it full-fledged. So for that we are getting another component that's called Selenium WebDriver. It will be very good component of Selenium. Right now, every industry is there following Selenium WebDriver. Selenium RC is out of the scope right now. Selenium RC is earlier we are calling also Selenium 1.0. Okay, and Selenium WebDriver today there's a second generation of Selenium, Selenium 2.0 we are calling, and Selenium WebDriver is much powerful as compared to Selenium RC. Okay, we are creating our Selenium WebDriver script, and that will be help us to also using for our Selenium and APM tools. Okay, and Selenium grid is another component for Selenium where we can distribute our test cases and test script and execute with a different environment parallelly. Parallel in the sense like C and different environment. Suppose today whatever test script we are preparing, this is our window environment, and if suppose this test script we would like to execute with a different environment like Linux or Mac, so it is possible with the help of Selenium grid. So you will you do your effort once, and you can execute your test script multiple times with multiple environment. So that will be help multiple environment and multiple browser, so that thing will help us by Selenium grid. Okay, so there are another topics with us, so we'll discuss by tomorrow this introduction of web technology, and this locator also. Locator will be most important part of Selenium, because everything will be uh, executed by the locator. According to locator, what locator will be as C. Right now this is at 9:45 and we had scheduled for 9:50, so you can see at 9:50 it will be start execution. Okay. We had scheduled for this test script execution at 9:50. See, 9:50 our test execution started. Okay, got it? Yeah. So this is way to execute your test case with schedule. You can schedule uh, if suppose you recorded your test script in your system in your office, so at that time you're in your office, your system should be on, and Firefox browser should also open, and this ID is also open. So when you schedule your test script execution at midnight, so it will be execute at the time, and you can see the report in the next day. So this is help us to execute our automation test script. So guys, do you have any query? No. Okay, fine. So today we are stopping here. See, in Selenium IDE, there is no such report. There is no such reporting option. Only you can see the report here. This is your report. How many test script you are having, how many test script you are executing, and was the status like failure or pass. So pass equal to total run test script minus total failure. So 3 minus 2 equal to 1, means one test case is pass, one test script is pass. And why it was failed, why it was where is error, so that thing you can see the your log section. Okay, this is only reporting concept in Selenium IDE. There is no such way to create a report. We have to do manual interruption for creating a report in Selenium IDE. Okay. Yeah, I can send you Danya. Danya, as I said, there is no such process only. There for down this Selenium IDE configure in your Firefox browser. It all easily you can do right now also. When you just go to Selenium in Firefox browser, first you have to open Firefox browser. Then you can write hit seleniumhq.org. Okay, Here you can go to download section. In download section, you just scroll your page, scroll down the page, and then you can see in middle of the page you can get Selenium IDE. In Selenium IDE, when you get, just you can press this add-on link, addon.mozilla.org. When you click it, you will reach add-on page here, and you can just click this button, add to Firefox. That's it. Then restart your Firefox browser. Okay, it will be easily configured in your system. Yeah, Divesh, as you asked, supported Grid. Yes, Grid is supported multiple browser. All browser, whatever browser we had discussed, like uh, Internet Explorer, Firefox, Google Chrome, Safari, Opera. So all those five browser it will supported, as well as your mobile devices operating system also it will be supported. Okay, so with the help of Grid, you can execute your test script with multiple environment. Either that will be your mobile device, either it will be your desktop device or tablet as well. Okay, so guys, one thing I would like to request, just go through this all discussion, and you can come tomorrow by at same time, and read this thing. One is a HTML, XML, XPath, CSS. This is very important for Selenium, because Selenium is only means basically work for HTML concept, because HTML tag, whatever page source we are having, so it will execute with the page source, and we can discuss about this locator of Selenium and this thing tomorrow. Okay, I will share you some questions for today's session. Okay, you have to finish it by tomorrow or next week Saturday, then we can see. And this thing we can, for dynamic control for Yahoo or any other page, we can see later on in WebDriver when we started. Okay, so if you have any query, so just ping me.